dreams.com. So today we'll be discussing about second PUC annual examination question paper of March 2019 as well as June 2019. We'll also be discussing two question papers of 2018, which includes both of March as well as June. Why I'm publishing this video, it's basically because most of the students have requested me to send videos on few question papers. So as a result, in my previous videos, I've also uploaded on the model question papers of Karnataka PU board. If you want, just kindly even go through it. So this is going to be the last second video for our English. Why? Because we have completed all our concepts in terms of 1 markers, 4 markers, 6 markers. We have also completed grammar. For each and every concept I've uploaded a video. So kindly please do go through all those videos, so it'll be a little more easier for you when you crack the question papers. So as being said, then now let's have an analysis of March 2019 question paper. I've just uploaded only, I'm going in this video particularly, I'm just going to focus on only 2019 question papers as well as 2018. Why? Because if you have the proper base in this, both all the 4 question papers, it is going to be really easy for you, and it doesn't require much knowledge on other question papers. So kindly go through this 4 question paper, that's more than enough. So as you all know that for the 12 markers we have almost, it's basically 12 markers in terms of, it's basically first main is for 12 marks. From each chapter they're going to ask you 1 question each. I've already uploaded a video for all the 1 markers, so kindly go through it. So basically you have 12 questions, and then for your 4 markers further, as I said you before, you have basically 10 questions in which you're supposed to answer just 8. Trust me guys, it's going to be really easy. I've even uploaded a video on this too, so kindly please do just go through even these videos. Even just go through each chapter by chapter. It's like, for example, the first chapter, the 13th question is it's basically about the second chapter. I've uploaded chapter wise questions, so it's basically that if you study one answer, it's going to be a same stance for all the questions which is being asked for that particular chapter. So I've just condensed most of the question and I've uploaded the video, so kindly please do go through it. It's going to be really easy for you guys. So this is going to be you're supposed to answer any 8. And then if you want, just pause out this video and just note down the question or just understand what are these questions. And even for the 6 markers, yes, which is going to have just 1 6 markers. You're going to give it 3 options in which you're supposed to write just 1 6 markers. Comprehension, comprehension or passage writing. Comprehension, or passage. Read the following passage and answer the question. So in this passage, it's basically they're going to ask you an easiest question. Tip number 1, as I said you before, go through the questions, then go through the passage. Go through the question, then go through the passage. Simple tip. Kindly please do follow it. Yes, so normally you have 10 questions. So guys, trust me, honestly, it's basically about, in passage you're going to have 10 questions. It's going to be really easy. First question is going to be in the first or second line. Second question is going to be in the third or fourth line. Just look in that same format which I've said you before in my previous videos. Kindly go through in the same particular order. It's going to be really easy. Fill-ups, it's basically fill in the blanks. It's basically about a poem which they have given you over here. So even the same thing as I said you before, go through the questions, then go to the poem. Hint number 1, the first question, the answer will be in the first or second line. Similar way, it applicable for the second question. Second question is going to be third or fourth line, and then the last question is going to be in the last 2 lines. And then the basically about your grammar portions. Grammar portions complete the following. Complete the following by filling the blanks using the right form of verbs. Verbs, I've uploaded a video for each grammar concepts. I've uploaded a video. This particular video is basically for you guys to just go through the question paper. That's enough. That's more than enough. I'm not going deeply. Why? Because I've already completed these portions. And yes, you have basically the report the following conversation. Report the following conversation, dialogue writing, and further after the dialogue writing, complete the following dialogue. Complete the following dialogue. Fill in the blanks by choosing the appropriate expressions given in the bracket. And then it's the linkers. So guys, each and every video I've uploaded, for each and every concept I've uploaded a video. Kindly go through it first, then come back to this. I'm emphasizing on this. Why? Because it's going to be a little more easier for you to crack the main. That's the reason I'm just emphasizing on it. Next one is basically very easy. That is, read the following passage and make notes. It's basically note making. And then letter. See guys, letter, make sure you're going to write letter always at the last. Okay, so now make sure that you write the letter always at the last. Always at the last. Okay, and then next one is basically your letter. And then you have 33rd A as well as B question. A and B question, it's basically about your speech writing and report writing. If you want, just pause this video and you can just take down the notes. Pause the video and just take down the notes on this, or if you want, just take down these questions. And pie chart, I normally advise students to normally take the bar graph as your option for writing for the exam. Why? Because most of the data is already given in the question. Just copy and paste on it. Now read the following and underline. It's basically a pronouns as well as jumbled sentence. I've uploaded video. Kindly go to just a sample paper to show you how it is basically. Okay, next looking at a June question paper, June 2019. Yes, you have these many questions. Yes, same 12 markers, 12 markers from one question each from different chapters from all the from most of the chapters which they have asked. And this is going to be a 2 markers, not 4 markers, and then 6 markers, followed by a passage of 10 questions each, which they're going to ask you from the passage. Yes, kindly just go through these questions and then read the following lines and answer the questions. This is for 3 markers. So guys, when you're writing the answer, the tip number 1 which I would like to say for the question answers is that I just forgot to add on this. It's basically that if you do not know that particular type of answer, something like that, at least make sure that you write the summary of the chapter. That's very important. Make sure that 4 markers you're going to write for one entire page full, and for 6 markers you're going to write 1.5 page. Make sure that your content is very lengthy. Okay, make sure it's very lengthy, so there's such a reason that invigilator should feel that you have written it more. Okay, so make sure for the 4 markers you're going to write for 1 page, 6 markers you're going to write 1.5 page. This is for your comprehension or passage, your grammar portions. Okay, so this is basically your letter as well as how to make your note making. Note making is a little more easy. Note making, as I said, you write the question, write the box, entire box. Make sure that you write the entire box. Pie chart. Pie chart. I'm emphasizing on 33rd one B question. So when you're writing the answer, what you're going to write? The graphical pie chart represents the information. Just take down the question. Exactly. Look at the question, the following pie chart, right? Instead of writing the following pie chart, just mention the graphical pie chart is the pie chart. The pie chart is a graphical representation of the information about voters turnout in the general election held in the post-independence India over a span of more than 50 years. Compare both the chart and then you're going to make your own notes. You're going to write. So make sure that you write for half page. That's more than enough. And then write your pronouns. Pronouns is very easy. And then there's a jumbled question which is asked in June. I just took a ramble book, and in that I've just collected this question papers to just show you guys. And then this is your March 2008 question paper. If you want, just pause out this video and then kindly go through it. 1 markers, your 4 markers. And then further your 6 markers. 6 markers, guys, all this particularly from each chapter I've already uploaded a video. So there's nothing much that you wanted to go through this video much, but make sure that you cover up all the concepts which is there in my previous video. This is your passage writing, passage or comprehension, poem analysis, and then further you also have your this one. It's basically a grammar concepts, dialogue writing, fill in the blanks choosing the right form of appropriate expressions, right form of linkers. Linkers are very easy. Note making, and then further letter. 33rd question, speech writing or pie chart, pronoun, and then the jumbled sentence. On the supplementary 2018 question papers, we could see about, yes, you guys can understand 1 markers are asked, 4 markers, 6 markers, and then 6 markers. 6 markers, basically 3 questions are asked. Make sure that they're going to ask you a very easy question. 6 markers. So for 6 markers, tip number 1, as I said before, 4 markers. For 6 markers, you're going to write for 3 paras. First para is going to say about the introduction. What is the chapter? Who is the author? What is the author's qualification? Just if you want, you can just mention. For example, first chapter we took, right? Example of Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet is written by William Shakespeare, who was an English poet and playwright. That's an introduction. And second para is going to be you're going to write something which is related to the question which they have asked. Third para, you're going to give a conclusion. That's more than enough. That's going to be 1.5 page. And comprehension, your grammar, usual grammar, letter. Okay, So this is going to be a last grammar. Yeah, last portion of the grammar, jumble sentence. It's very easy, guys. So trust me, your paper is going to be very easy. So make sure that you don't leave any main. As I said, you make sure that you write the letter at last. Why? Because letter consumes 10 minutes, 10 to 15, 10 to 12 minutes. So make sure that you write your letter last. This is one of the important tips I want to emphasize. Make sure that you write your letter last, and whichever main you know very well first, make sure that you write it first. So it is very important that you create very good impression for the invigilators when they're going to correct. So whichever main you want, you should know very properly, make sure that you write that first. And as being said, after completing that, then complete most of the question answers, not most of the question papers, question answers. Complete the grammar. It's your choice whether you want to write grammar first and then go back to the question answers. Then that's your wish, that's your choice. Make sure that you write first, which first main, it's basically about which you know very well. So after completing that, if you want, you can just go to the mains which you do not know, but make sure that you attempt everything. You're not going to leave anything. So that's very important. So guys, that's all for today's class. Hope to see you in my next video with further interesting topics. So just last emphasis, as because this is the last second video, I'm just saying each topic of the grammar I've uploaded a video. Kindly go through it, as well as being said, each number of tips on each main I have just emphasized in all my videos. So kindly go through it. That's the second important thing. And make sure that you write neatly. Yes, make sure you write neatly. If possible, try to underline after completing each answer. If you have extra time, just try to underline. And if you have extra time, even please do try to attend extra questions. It's like, yeah, as you know, for 4 markers you can just attend eight questions, but in case you have extra time, make sure that you attend extra time after completing everything. If you have extra time, make sure that you complete the remaining 2 questions, and make sure that you don't leave anything. Please don't leave any blank spaces middle. Please don't scratch anywhere here and then the question while writing the answers. So kindly please follow those ethics. That's very important. And that's all for today's class. Hope to see you in my next video with further interesting topic. Thank you. Love you all so much. Wishing you the most and more day. And if you do like this video, please do like it and subscribe, as do please do share it. Thank you. Goodbye.